will supply all your needs in a stripped down model version, because after all this is realistic. Is that how it ends up? No. My God will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory. What are his riches? Everything. When the people were thinking about, well, we have to sacrifice to God, he says, what do I need with your sacrifice? If I were hungry, I wouldn't tell you. If I were hungry, I wouldn't tell you. He says, the gold and the silver, it's all mine. The cattle on 1,000 hills, it's all mine. That's not what I need. That's not what I want. I don't need that. No. He sacrificed himself to us. We don't sacrifice anything to him. Oh, but he asks us to give him our lives, Yeah, well, that's not a sacrifice. He asks us to get off of a road which is paved with troubles and sorrows and peppered with difficulties and frustrations, and to get on one which leads to life. He asks us to get into a lifestyle which is going to be healthy and full of miracles and satisfaction and a sense of purpose and usefulness, and to get out of a sense of where you think, oh, what in the world am I doing? This dreary job is going nowhere, all of that. He asks us to do ourselves a favor. Do yourself a favor. Now, you know how people use that, and they use it in a kind of a nasty way. And they're not really usually thinking about your favor. They're usually thinking about themselves. But God, when he tells you, look, here's the way, walk in it, he's really saying, do yourself a favor. Because anybody who tries to arrange their own life nicely is going to lose it. And anyone who's willing to let it be a little tangled up, for my sake, he says, will find it just beautiful. There are marvelous, marvelous Greek words in that verse, that pair of verses, which is in Mark and Luke and Matthew. And Jesus preaches a little sermon on it at the end. After he says that, he says, because he says, do a calculation. Look at the bottom line. Where is the profit for you? Oh, Christians aren't supposed to think about profit for themselves. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Jesus said, where is the profit for you? How does it benefit you? If you get to be chairman of the board of IBM, and lose your joys forevermore. And just kind of go, yeah. I mean, what happened to the last chairman of the board of IBM? The one before that? Well, let's not even mention General Motors. Well, okay, I mentioned it. What happened to their chairman? Where are the presidents of yesteryear? Where are the kings of the past? Hello? All gone. Where's Ellie today, this morning? Hey. With everyone she loves, she's already touched base. She's already talked to Peter and Paul and John. Jesus met her. All the angels made a big celebration. Hey, here's another one. They had a party, and they know how to party. I want you to understand what triumph means, what resurrection means. You know why I love Easter hymns? Their theology is better than a lot of other hymns. They always talk about what Jesus did as a great victory, which is what it was. It was a huge victory. absent from the body is present with the Lord. And by the way, when Jesus comes, which I trust will be within the next 24 hours, well, I don't know, maybe we ought to let him wait till after you've had your brunch, but actually the feast up there is going to be even better. But when he comes, she'll be with him, and we'll meet her on the way out. And anybody else that you've ever lost, they're not lost. We've lost them, but they're not lost. But there's going to be such a reunion in the air coming soon. I want you to think about these things. Don't think about what you've just heard on the news, this tragedy or that tragedy. There'll be a new one tomorrow. If you forget today's news, it's all right. The same thing will be on the air tomorrow night. And next week, and next week, and next week. Fire here, death there, accident here, trouble there, earthquakes. Jesus warned about that. He said, oh yeah, it gets near the end, there'll be earthquakes and troubles in various places. Bad things, some that haven't even happened yet. But joy is forevermore. Now, getting on that road now is possible. That's the message. The message for you personally, each one of you, and that you are asked to give to others, is that you can now get on the road that is a better road. The more fulfilling road. The road that anticipates. Because anticipation works. This is practical. I guarantee you, because each one of you has experienced this. Let me ask you, go back into your memory. Something that you really wanted, and you were promised, and it did actually come to you. Whatever it is. When you young men or young women, when you were young and expecting to be married the next day, and you were looking forward to that, and it came, right? Now, the day before, you didn't have it, but you were sure it was coming the next day, right? Whatever it was. You were happy, weren't you? And why? You don't have it yet. Yeah, but I'm going to get it. And faith is the substance of the thing hoped for. And if you strengthen your faith and say, I am really, really, honestly, actually, seriously going to have joys forevermore, it's going to put a smile on your face because you know it's coming. And anything you know is coming, you begin to feel. And that's what Easter's all about. Jesus said, see, I'm just the first born among many brethren. And because I live, he said to them, you will live also.